Alexandria has long been a bright spot in outstate Minnesota, but recently the city was recognized by Livability.com as one of the state's shining stars. Sarah Stoddard and Jason Murray, who nominated the city, explain the significance of this recognition.
In 2013, Alexandria was nominated and awarded by Livability.com to be number 7 in the nation, which is a pretty big accolade for our community. When we filled out the application, they asked a lot of well-rounded questions.
Trying to get to that, what is that quality of life? What's the basic foundations of your community that make it great? And they compared us with other cities and throughout the nation, and we ended up number 7. So it was a great recognition.
And we were awarded, and just we were very joyful when that happened.
They talked about investment. What is your community doing in critical investments? And we talked about our community making investments in the YMCA, supporting a private foundation to build recreation facilities. We talked about the new high school. We talked about roads and bridges. And so it was getting that overall, from an economic development standpoint, what is your community doing for critical investments that help, in this case, economic and community development for your community?
You know, the Alexandria Lakes area always, we can boast about our hundreds of lakes in Douglas County, but we have much, much more than that. And that's what I really wanted to point out to them. We've got museums in town. We've got the winery on the outskirts of town. In winter, we've got the skiing, the Andes Tower ski hills. We have hiking and biking trails. The Central Lakes Trail going right through the north part of our downtown. So we're not just set back in our ways to say, oh yeah, we have these really wonderful lakes. We also want you to get out, be active, go snowshoeing in Runestone Park, go grab your bike and get on the Central Lakes Trail and bike to Osakis, or however you'd like to be active. We've got bike shops that rent bikes. We've got places that rent kayaks out. So we not only want you to be enjoying our natural beauty, we want you to get out and actually participate in our natural beauty. And that's something that not a lot of communities can offer. We've got sports facilities and very active sports teams here. A couple of aspects that we also enjoy here in Alexandria, which again isn't something that many communities can boast, is a very active art and cultural scene. We have a very active music scene that has concerts down on every Thursday night in the summers on our courthouse lawn. 700 people can attend and be at those. We've got Alex Artworks that have displays now on a monthly basis at a restaurant. So we have a very rounded place for you to bring your family to enjoy something cultural, something that's related to the arts and music, as well as being able to relax at the winery and listen to music, or being able to go to one of our 3 museums. The 3 museums that we have in town are the Runestone Museum, which does house the original stone that was discovered, proving us to be the birthplace of America. We've got the Minnesota Lakes Maritime Museum, which is a historical look on the boats and the hotels and bathing suits and anything that could do with the lakes area and a historical look. The 3rd museum is the Douglas County Historical Society, which is the home of Knute Nelson, and he was a Minnesota governor and a Minnesota U.S. Senator.
There was just a component about historical preservation, and it got down to, you know, is your community prioritizing some of your downtown districts, recognizing and rewarding the historical value of it. Obviously, we have a very strong historic downtown. So there were some components of that historic preservation. How many houses are on the historic preservation? Your commercial buildings, how much are you applying and practicing preservation in your community? So I can't remember the specific numbers for our community in the application, but it was significant. It was a surprise even to me how many sites we have on the historical preservation.
During the application process, we were also asked what other accolades had the Alexandria Lakes area received. And so it was interesting when we came up with that list, because I'm sure that that did play a big role in getting this award as well. The 3 accolades that the Alexandria Lakes area has received are Beyond the Yellow Ribbon, Tree City, USA, and we are also the fastest growing micropolitan in Minnesota.
Alexandria's ranking as a fast-growing micropolitan was very key, and its national ranking has even improved. According to Site Selection magazine, today Alexandria is tied as the 6th fastest-growing MSA in the nation and continues to be the #1 fastest-growing MSA in Minnesota.
Those categories or those awards help us talk about the value of workforce here and be able to recruit workforce, talking about the quality of life that we have. 48% of our current workforce is in manufacturing and healthcare. Top professionals, engineering, specifically in manufacturing, engineering, high-skilled, and in the healthcare, doctors, technicians, specialists. The livability helps continue to recruit the professional attributes of the professionals to our community. So from that standpoint, it has economic impact. It has economic development impact.
So what does this mean to the people of Alexandria? I think Mayor Sarah Carlson best sums it up.
First of all, it makes us extremely proud in Alexandria, and I'm very proud to be mayor of this community where we are named 7th in the nation. And it's a big boost for our economy, for our businesses, so that being named number 7th, people want to come here. It will help our businesses, it will help people up and down Main Street, it will help our manufacturing and other businesses where people go, oh yes, I remember Alexandria, they were 7th in livability. I'd love to go there, I'd love to look at that job, I'd love to think about living there, moving there. It's a great opportunity, it's a real feather in our hat.